Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dog Bowl Food Truck. Today, as you can clearly see, we will be playing a little bit of a different game. It's called The Children of the Clay, or The Children of Clay. I saw Nexpo talk about this in his most recent video on the Haunted PS1 demo disc, and I thought I would give it a try since it was free on Steam. But however, I'm not doing this by my lonesome today because, I can't afford a light bulb to replace, so I'm playing this in the dark. So I needed a friend. A boyfriend, as a matter of fact. Say hello, Mouse.
Hello, Mouse.
I'm going to bap you with a Q-tip.
For it is I, a master of deception. No, wait, roll that back. Yes, it is I, the skull of the goo fiend. Wait, yeah, that one works. Go for it.
For reference, as we move forward, if you actually legitimately want me to cut something out, say, Maurice, cut that out. Like, you gotta do it in King Julius's voice and everything. That's what I do to myself, and it's like almost like a what do you call it? What's that psychologist thing?
Are you talking about like a Pavlovian response?
Yes, that's it. It's like a Pavlov response. Whenever I hear Maurice in like the King Julian voice, I immediately drop whatever I'm doing and tab into DaVinci to like see what I need to cut. But anyway, to get into it, also as a additional thing, if I can't afford a light bulb, I sure as hell can't afford the time to figure out how the hell to make Fugi work. So maybe in the future. But without much further ado, let's go ahead and let's see this, because this is a bit of a different game. It's going to be a little spooky, and this is probably going to be a little bit of a long video, because this is a short game that, is kind of meant to be done in one sitting, at least from what I understand. Time is 5:40 past 11. I have received another artifact from my old friend, Professor Ortve. He writes again about how he misses working with me out in the field, and his remorse about the accident. I immediately felt a chill down my spine, and was once again back in the cave, trapped and hopeless. I compose myself. I need to focus on my work. Time to start the examination. Name, artifact number 297. Site, Kurgan Burial Mound, 7-B, Ural Mountains. Material, clay. Age, unknown. Function, unknown. Oh. Okay. Well, would you look at this guy? I can turn him around. Okay.
He's just a little fella with a little poop hole.
It's not a poop hole. It looks like he's got a metal object embedded in it.
In the poop hole.
In the poop hole, okay. Does not seem possible to extract it. Maybe we can find out what kind of metal it is. Well, I do have a compass.
Don't suppose you have a magnet?
Well, we have a compass, though, so maybe...
We do have a compass.
Is it
Are the devs that smart?
Yes, it is. It is a magnetic metal. It's ferrous, or ferrous. Steam achievement. Unlock the magnet, or use the compass. Wait, what was that? Hold on. What is that? Some sort of etching. Do I have a magnifying glass? Oh, hey, there we go. Oh, get back here. Some sort of runes, but I don't recognize the type. Maybe I can find something in my books.
Looks like a scythe, a half moon. Oh, look.
He's writing
copies down for you. How nice.
Right? What is this? Oh, it's matches. Okay. Let's turn him back around when he's looking at us. Let's get another look at him. He's a spooky little guy, isn't he?
His face go, oh,
Yeah, he's got like the surprise Pikachu face sort of thing going on.
I was about to say, like, thinking about that makes him a lot less spooky.
Yeah. Because I mean, also he kind of reminds me of. Did you ever play Majora's Mask?
I played some of it. I was too young to be any good, but yes.
I mean, same. He reminds me a lot of the Stone Tower Temple, which is like the 4th dungeon, and it was such a unique dungeon area because it just feels different. And basically, if you read into the lore and like the background story of it, the gods of or the people of Termina got mad at the gods of Hyrule, the 3 Triforce gods, and tried to build a tower to heaven to fight them, basically. And the gods went, ha, nice try, and inverted the tower so they went the other way. And a lot of the statues are little like blocks, little like square blocks that have their mouth open and they're kind of crouched down like this guy is. And they have their mouth open and their tongue down and out. And if you get to look at the bottom of it on a few platforms, you can actually see the tongue is like licking its own butt, but it's like slapping the Triforce between the tongue and its butt.
That's kind of hilarious and also awkward.
Yeah.
Also, the moment you said Termina, my brain immediately flipped off of Hyrule and started thinking about hunger. Hello.
Yeah. Fear and Hunger? Yeah, you know, I kind of want to play Fear and Hunger on recording, but I feel like there's other people who have done it to death, and it's one of those things where it's like, I have nothing to add. I have nothing to add unless I manually go into the game's files and open it up with like RPG Maker and swap all the beautiful like models and sprites and stuff with ridiculous things. Like I very well could draw over the Crow Mauler with like a dude in a fursuit. That way you're being hunted down by a dude in a fursuit. But okay. Looks like... Oh. Okay, so hold on. Let's search for runes. Oh. Oh. An example of rune uniform writings, the letter U written using different runes.
Looks like Rovas runes. Sorry, I jumped halfway ahead of you. Go ahead.
Oh, you're alright. Rovas runes. Yeah. So the number 2 rune matches up, so... Rovas. Oh, there we go. Alright, so Rovas script, or Old Hungarian, is a writing system used for writing the Hungarian language. After the establishment of the Christian Hungarian kingdom, the old writing system was partly forced out of use, and the Latin alphabet was adopted. However, among some professions, the script has remained in use. For example, shepherds use it to track the number of animals. Old Hungarian letters were usually written from right to left.
Okay, so we probably have some sort of a Hungarian word
Yes.
that will be read backwards.
Yeah. So is he gonna write it? Oh, come on. Hold on. Yep, that's the runes, but am I gonna have to... Okay, so I'm gonna have to manually translate it. Okay. So it is U... R... D... U... U R D U... N... G... Erdung.
Try searching that, maybe?
Yeah. Oh, it's got umlauts. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. So,
I speak a little bit of German, not Hungarian, so take it with a grain of salt when I say Urdung.
yeah, okay. So we'll go with that, and if somebody feels offended, they're welcome to give me free engagement in the comments. Wink at the camera. Anyway, so Urdung is a shape-shifting demonic creature from early Hungarian paganism. In pre-Christian beliefs, it ruled the lower world and helped God in creating the earth. After Christianization, it was identified with the devil. One of the oldest Urdung myths is recorded on the Yugra tablet found in the Ural Mountains. Okay, so that makes sense, because this thing was brought to us from the Ural Mountains. So, diagram 1 is an illustration of the devil from the Codex Gigas 13th century. So there's a lot of things we can probably try and look up here.
The Yugra tablet, the Ural Mountains, that codex that it was just referring to.
Yeah, so let's go with Gigas. No. Codex. Okay. Ural. There we go. The Ural Mountains, or simply the Urals, are a mountain range in Eurasia that runs north-south from the coast of the Arctic Ocean to northwest Kazakhstan. This is a fragment of von Herbert's map. Herbert Stein's.
Slatarara? Opikast? It's hard to read this.
It is hard to read this. Can I look closer? No. Oh, it's a little dark in here. Can I light a match? Oh, better light the match first. There we go.
I have a feeling there's going to be a jump scare sometime after you put the book down.
Probably. So let's try magnets, because it was magnetic. No.
Ferris?
Oh, how do you spell Ferris?
O-U-S.
This is why you're the smart one.
I mean, maybe I just misspelled it. Who knows?
It looks like there's 11 terms. We found 4 of them.
Go back to the Urdung.
Maybe we should look up the devil?
Try looking up Yugra.
Yugra. Found in the Ural Mountains, the Yugra tablet depicts the legend of a star that fell to Earth, and out of the star 7 children of Urdung crawled out. According to the legends, children cause misfortune, sickness, and death to mankind, but a brave Taltush used his cunning to lure and trap the creatures. Out of the 7 children, only 6 are depicted on the tablet. This could be because of damage, but one hypothesis states that this is evidence for the 7th children being the folk creature Mamoosh.
Mamoosh.
Okay. I'm a little more curious about Taltoth real quick here. Nothing? Okay. Mamoosh is an invisible creature that scares children in Hungarian folklore. It is most often associated with darkness, but there is no description of its shape, even in the beliefs of other people. According to some assumptions, there is no description of its shape anywhere, because for everyone, it is the embodiment of their own fears. Yeah, this is... Jesus Christ!
Called it.
I was just about to say, this is starting to ring some bells. Because Uh, there's an SCP, I think it's 137, something like that, where basically it's 7 girls that were part of the cult of the Scarlet King that each gave birth, and as they gave birth to progressively worse monsters, and there's a bunch of theories about whether or not the 7th one has already given birth, what Procedure 137 Montauk is, and just all sorts of crazy shit. Did you hear that? Aye. Huh. Huh. Okay.
Go back to Urdu.
What?
I think you misspelled it. Yeah. You can only type in single words into
Yeah,
the
I tried to
book.
add a space, but it wouldn't let me.
Alright,
I want to try... Level? No. What is magnetic? So... metal. Here we go. Earliest archaeological support of smelting, hot metallurgy, is dated to around 6000 to 5000 BC. The most common metals found on archaeology sites are iron, copper, lead, and tin, zinc, and their alloys. Iron is magnetic and can be easily distinguished from the rest.
okay.
I really don't want to turn this thing back around. I'm gonna assume ichor might be a word. No? Okay.
What about fluid?
Fluid? Oh. What if I don't want to, though? Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to learn more. Don't make me turn around. I hate it when the games make me turn around, you bastards. Okay. Well, that's a map. Zamir, is that, like, bookcase, like, only half visible?
It is. It also looks like... It almost looks like one of those silly bookcases that splits open in the middle because it's actually a secret door. But that would probably be a different genre of game.
Probably. What are you? Can I just leave? I don't want to. I want to leave. Scared husky noises. Vinca statue, 6,000 years old. Shigir idol, 12,000 years old.
the left, huh?
Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, we're just gonna pretend I don't see that. Neolithic artifacts. I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to leave. Lomovatov from the 10th century? What the fuck are you? I can't tell if that's like another one of these like statue collections or what. That is in my right ear. Oh my god. No, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. What is that? I stumble in the darkness, trying to find my way towards the door, and away from that wretched thing. I reach out with my hand to find something. There's a wall there. There's nothing in front of me. The air feels colder here. There's a wall here, and I feel some sort of moss growing on it. Is this not where I came from? There's a wall here. There's a wall here. There's a wall there. Oh god, what the fuck? I remember the matches I keep in my pocket. There's just a single one left. It takes a few seconds before I dare to light it. Excerpt from the newspaper article titled The Children of Clay. Just a few months after the disappearance of esteemed archaeologist and the incident involving a broken artifact, the team working on the remote site in the Urals has made an astonishing discovery. A previously unknown underground chamber containing a dozen similar clay figures has been discovered. They are already in contact with several universities across the globe to further study them. Well, that was an interesting experience, not gonna lie. What'd you think of that?
I don't know. It is a fairly linear little bit of story. Like, honestly, something that short would be difficult to make compelling and like branching, I guess. Uh, uh, I don't have a huge amount of not thalassophobia, but I don't have a big fear of the dark or fear of confined spaces. So it doesn't play particularly on my phobias, but it is fairly good at creating the atmosphere that it is desiring. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Now, with that said, it also kind of feels like a, a bit of the information that it gives you in exposition kind of feels unnecessary,
How,
and in retrospect, a little bit conflicting.
how do you figure? Because I mean, the way I was kind of interpreting it from was, like almost
So,
like the pre-Google research era.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You,
So, the as far as conflicting goes, um, the the conflicting information came from the book itself, which was saying that it is both invisible and manifests as the fear of each person, um, which is fair. Like, but those are two different things. Like being invisible and having a variable appearance aren't the same necessarily. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Uh, but I feel like we might have had if this were to be made as a longer game. Obviously, time constraints happen, and like this isn't a huge project for what it is. Awesome. If it had the indulgence of being a longer form game, I would love to see more about how uh, this this thing is preying on the narrator's fears specifically.
Yeah.
Um,
Because to me,
I would also.
sorry,
Hmm,
I was gonna say because this does. I would be interested in seeing something like this where we get interludes, kind of like Chase's dreams in Echo.
hmm. And now that we know that there is a larger room that was made, it would be nice if like there was more time where you were exploring the entire room, eh, instead of spending the first 60% of the game, 70% of the game just staring directly at the statue and reading books and sussing out what the keywords are.
Yeah,
Um, it would be nice if you had to say, "Hey, I need to step up. I need to find something in my study that correlates to this sort of knowledge," and then flip open the books that are relevant to that, to be a little bit more hands-on and to help give you a stronger feel of what the room is supposed to look like. That way, when the lights go out, they could do uh, they could do more experimentation with the environment changing in subtle ways to really throw you off kilter. Um, but again, that's all stuff that would be great if this was a bigger budget sort of deal that had more time and was intended to be a longer playthrough. Like for what it is, they did a very nice, tight little narrative.
oh yeah, like with the credits that we saw just now, basically 95% of the credits were all just, and these are the people who translated this for us.
Yeah.
It was really interesting, and I really liked it. And I kind of would agree. I would almost want, I believe the derogatory term that everybody understands as friend slop. Like Lethal Company and Repo and all that. I would rather refer it to as more like cooperative horror, like Phasmophobia. Actually, that's a better example. Phasmophobia. Imagine this game as a setup for like a Phasmophobia like game where you have artifacts and stuff that each have their own rules and whatnot that you have to adhere to. So you would have to figure it out with your friends while also trying to, not get disappeared by the artifact.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
so for what this was really enjoyable, and there was, even though I'm very easily startled, There was a
Mhm.
that moment where I put the book down and it was staring at me was pretty good. And and that's another thing is I kept saying like don't make me turn around. I don't want to do this. That is in my opinion some of the best horror a game can do, like a game can make you experience is the horror of you know it's coming and you want to avoid it but the game is forcing you to walk straight towards it. I
Mhm.
hate that so much. Drives me crazy. But I believe that's really all we need to be saying about that, unless you have something else you want to add.
I don't know. Maybe some whipped cream and a cherry on top?
Well, at that point, we'd also have to get out the Chemobara daddies, you know.
Mhm. The children of Bara daddies. Yes.
You know, that's an excellent point. The children of Bara daddies. Let's get on to it. And a matter of fact, maintain this exact level of horror as well. But
This exact level of horror.
yes, yes.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Sounds good.
yeah, thank you so much for joining me today at the Dogbowl Food Truck, and thank you, Mal's, for going on this with me. I got spooked, scared with it.
Spooked.
Hopefully, I'll see you in the
Thank you
next.
for having.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.